This is my review on Love Island Season 8, Episode 5. I feel like Beatrice should have pulled Melanie to the side to have this conversation if she had an issue with her as well. However, I feel like maybe she wanted it to be in a group setting just to show that obviously there's no animosity or not even animosity necessarily, but like you're trying to make out like, okay, we're in a group setting, we're meant to be a part of this so-called sisterhood. Let's all have this open conversation together. But she didn't know that Melanie was going to react like that. And I see where Trinity and Anaya are coming from, but it seemed like Beatrice didn't care at all as well and was very dismissive. She was like, yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But nobody was asking her to sugarcoat it. They're just trying to make her understand from a different perspective what it looks like for Melanie as well. Obviously, Melanie can speak for herself, but they're just saying. I feel like Bryce was feeling intimidated by Sean pursuing Trinity or the potential chance of Sean doing that. Okay, now we have Corbin paying attention to Kenzie, and I feel like Kenzie has been needing some one-on-one attention as well. Hopefully, this isn't just a way of him to get his way into the villa. On top of that as well, when they did kiss, I didn't feel like I'm not saying that I have to feel the spark, whatever, but it just felt like, okay, just kissing for the sake of it, because they've been doing too much tongue kiss and all this other stuff during the time in the villa, but I didn't see a spark there. But obviously you can tell Kenzie's more into Corbin than Corbin's into her, because even when he was complimenting her, he's mentioning her eye colour, he's not mentioning anything else about her at all. Then Melanie pulls Sincere for a chat, and I feel like that was good for her to be open and transparent as well. I think that's what Melanie wanted from Sincere when he was talking to Kayla, because when he was talking to Kayla, all of a sudden Sincere was moving very cryptic, very cheeky, whatever and stuff, and then now Sincere's upset. We found out later on the episode being referred to as a friend when she wants to have a friendly chat with him. Then we have Kadar. She goes to pull Corbin for a chat because obviously all the women are trying to pull him for a chat just to see how everything's going. And he uses the same line he uses on Kenzie on Kadar, and I'm glad it didn't work either. And Corbin was a bit taken back because he's so used to women just kind of like falling to his feet and listening to his demands. And I get where Kadar's coming from. She's saying she's trying to play hard to get with him and whatever. And I can tell that she's interested in, but she wants him to probably come with something more other than just his looks, because that's the same with Kenzie as well. I feel like Corbin is relying too heavily on his looks and we don't really see his personality at all. It just seems like he's just a sponge soaking up what they're saying, then regurgitating what they want to hear. Then obviously we have Trinity. She goes to go and see Corbin as well, and the conversation is cut short because then Anaya stills him and they have a conversation. I feel like their conversation was fine as well, but I just didn't really see any sparks there at all. I feel like Anaya just needs to stay with Casey. I think the issue that Sean has is that he is, yeah, giving reassurance to Kenzie, but he's not trying hard enough to make any effort compared to other people as well. He's very laid back and he keeps saying, oh, he's trying to pursue Trinity, but then when it comes to him and Trinity, I don't see him actually pulling her for a lot of chats and stuff. And this is probably why we see what happened at the end of the episode. I feel like Corbin was smart to come with the fruit platter as well, because it doesn't isolate any of the women as well. It says that he's open to talking to everyone as well. Because if he just came with specific ones, I doubt they would be talking to him probably the next episode. That was very sweet of Casey as well. And obviously they were saying that and I wasn't there, and obviously going into the episode where I could see that it was because she was getting ready and stuff. I was thinking, where did she go? Because obviously sometimes they aren't there when they're all getting ready as well. I'm glad Beatrice and Melanie talked it out and they're all good. But my issue is not even with them. When is Kenzie gonna have that conversation with Zach? We've waited far too long for this now. It's getting dragged out now. This is the second day. This should have been wrapped up on day 1 or day 2 at least. Now we're on like day 3 or something. I didn't even know what day we're on. I'm not even in the villa. I agree with Anaya. Corbin doesn't seem like a serious candidate. He seems like he's here for a good time, not a long time. Same with like Gabriel, sorry. Because he went to kiss Kenzie and Kenzie's thinking it's a special moment, just to hear that he's now been begging for it, dying for it, dying for a kiss with Kadar, and she turned him down. That would be embarrassing on his part. I feel like that would have been a perfect opportunity for Sean to address that situation with Kenzie rather than going to Beatrice and Gabriel about it. I understand he wants another opinion, but it's better going to the horse's mouth for that situation. And also he needs to be pulling Kenzie and also Trinity for more chats as well. He was very relaxed. That was the thing. That's why he ended up, obviously, spoiler alert, going home at the end of the episode, because of this relaxed, nonchalant behavior that he has to a certain degree. Obviously, he's putting efforts in, but he's not putting enough for him to be saved. I feel like Kenzie would listen to anything Corbin had to say, because obviously she confronted Corbin about him going to try lock lips with Kadar, and Kadar turns him down and stuff. But I feel like no matter what he said, he would have said anything, even if it's the smallest thing, and she would have been like, yeah, I agree. So I'm not really surprised with this outcome. And also, I'm glad that Beatrice is opening up to Melanie as well to show transparency. And I feel like I get where she's coming from in the sports aspect as well, because normally sports is seen as like a masculine or manly sport as well, and she wants to go into her femininity and also explore that. And because of sports and how her upbringing was as well, she tends to be like in a sense like described as rough around the edges, or like having to put on like a strong like a strong suit or something in a sense. I forgot the actual word for it, sorry, in my head. But yeah, like, and then obviously now she wants to kind of like like have like a relaxed thing where guys leading rather than she leading and stuff. Like, I get what she means. I feel like Sincere's just upset because the grass isn't green on the other side for him. Because now when Melanie wants to talk about her feelings and all this other stuff, he doesn't like it. But when he was exploring other stuff as well, he didn't really care about that. And he was like, oh, we're all here to explore, but you're being a hypocrite. But from how the conversation left out anyway, it seems like Sincere and Melanie are back on good terms, so I guess everything's fine. No, but Corbin actually needs to have some shame, because why is it the next day and you're still begging for a kiss for Kada? As Kano said when he was playing that character in Top Boy Sully, don't beg, it's disgusting. Because it is! This is embarrassing. And just based on that conversation that Corbin had with Kada as well, he's 100% not ready to settle down or be in a relationship. He's here for a fun time, not a long time. And this is what I was saying beforehand. Him and Gabriel are on the same type of wavelength. They're here to just enjoy, have fun. They're not really looking for anything serious, which paints the picture of like, what are you doing here? And sometimes you're leading people on to a certain degree because you know they're here for a relationship and you're not here for that, and you're just, what are you here for then if that's the case? So finally, I think it's Kada gets a text and they're talking about recoupling as well. I'm thinking finally someone's going home or something's getting switched up in the villa because everyone's too relaxed and comfortable. The thing is, yeah, when I was looking at this, I was thinking, okay, I can see this being messy, especially with Corbin getting that text message as well saying that he gets first dibs. I can see him either picking Kada at the time and then Zach going home, or picking Kenzie as well as a safe option. Then obviously when he picks Kenzie, he then gets to explore other women in the villa as well and see how that goes. But we'll see. Ariana looks good though in that Jean Paul Gaultier though. I have to shout out to her stylist as well because they don't miss. They don't miss at all. So Corbin obviously picks the safe option, which is Kenzie, and he decides then that that's who he's going to be with. I immediately knew Sean was going home from that instant. I was just like, yeah, because everyone else is going to pick who they've been with beforehand and stuff. So it's sad to see. So Anaya picked Casey. Kada picked Jack. Not Jack, sorry, Zach. And then Beatrice picked Gabriel. Trinity picked Bryce. So obviously that's why Sean went home. And then you had, obviously Kenzie got picked by Corbin because she was the first pick basically. Then this is what I mean when Zach was about I'm teaching her British slang. Is Peng thing really British slang? But yeah, and then obviously Trinity was left like picking Bryce in the end between Sean and Bryce. Obviously she said that she had a connection with Sean, but this is what I mean. If Sean had been pulling people for chats more and being more intentional, maybe he would have stayed. But because he was kind of relaxed and was with Kenzie, but then Kenzie kind of had her quote unquote type walk in, it's a bit different. Well, they are bringing in new bombshells anyway next episode, but I feel like Sean was 100% cheated out of that position as well, because Corbin, yes, he is the bombshell and stuff, but he is 100% not interested in Kenzie. We'll see next episode if I'm proven wrong, but the way he was acting and stuff, it's like he chose Kenzie as a safe option to then go explore Kada and other women in the villa.